Hey yo, peace and two, what's up y'all? Yours truly D Prime 215 here. If you're watching, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to your boy. I'd appreciate that. For this video talking about Eddie Kingston versus Kazuchika Okada on AEW Dynamite March 20th for the AEW Continental Crown Championship. So, who do I think is going to win? Why? The lead up to this match, so on and so forth. So prior to Okada joining AEW as a full-time wrestler, signing the contract and everything, him and Kingston, they actually worked with each other at it was like the 44th Street Rumble or whatever it was called for New Japan Pro Wrestling. It was a show, 2-day show, 2-night show that they held in New York City near Times Square, and they teamed with each other in a tag team match. Well, that's typically how you would team with each other, right? And, so that was cool. They had that history there. Fast forward to 2024, Okada debuts in AEW as a heel, aligning himself with the Elite, the Young Bucks in particular. And, he attacked Eddie Kingston. That's more or less what led up to this match. That's how, this angle, this storyline, or whatever you want to call it, how this match came to be. So who do I think is going to win, right? On paper, I would put Okada over Kingston. Not saying that Kingston can't ever go over Okada. I just from the outside looking in, if we were to remove all of the, aforementioned things I spoke about, I would put Okada over Kingston. However, right now, I would definitely put Okada over Kingston for this, right? So Okada, objectively speaking, one of the greatest wrestlers ever signed in New Japan Pro Wrestling, ever. You can't take away anything that man did there, right? And he is also objectively one of the greatest wrestlers out today, and certainly, the past decade, right? So, he went through all of that in New Japan. He goes to AEW. He joins, the Elite. And the Young Bucks, they have been helping him, right? Like recently on the last week episode of Dynamite, the Bucks actually helped Okada defeat Kingston. It wasn't a clean victory, which isn't really like Okada, even though Okada was never really like a true heel, in my opinion. In New Japan, the whole Rainmaker persona, I think people might have forgot about this, but back when he debuted the Rainmaker persona, in around 2012, he was like an arrogant, cocky, borderline heelish person, but he never really did heel stuff. He wasn't cheating to win, didn't have people running in on his behalf. He wasn't, doing low blows, pause before someone pauses me. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing stuff like that, right? Dude wasn't hitting people with chairs. It just wasn't his thing. So to see him do that in AEW, even though he didn't do it himself per se, he capitalized on it. That's unlike him, or unlike what he's done thus far, rather, I should say at least. So, given the propensity for the Bucks to interfere and cost Kingston his championship, I don't see why Kingston should retain here. I mean, he's going up against Okada, like I just mentioned, everything about, Okada's history up until this point. Then you throw the Bucks in there, it would be a bit ridiculous for Okada to lose at this point. You know what I mean? He already pinned Kingston. Granted, it was with the Bucks interference. Just why would you put Kingston over Okada now? I do understand, Okada, this is a bit, early for him. He's only been in AEW for, 2 weeks and they're about to give him a belt. At least that's what it looks like. So I do understand, it's a bit they kind of put, strapped a rocket to his back. It's not the world championship, but I still get that. But, I mean, ultimately, what's the point of Kingston retaining? So that's how I feel about this match. I think Kingston is going to drop the belt to Okada. As for what's next for Okada, here's my thing, right? So I did my video talking about Okada debuting in AEW and how I think, if they book him reasonably well, kind of how they have, the Kingston stuff and the Pac stuff set up, that's cool. I'm kind of on the fence about all right, so he beats Kingston, right? He'll probably go into a feud with Pac. My biggest concern is that they don't turn Okada into a goofy, I can't even say comedy because he ain't touching Toriano or Colt Cabana when it comes to that comedy stuff. All due respect, those two are in a different league. I just don't want Okada to turn into like a goof. You know what I'm saying? Like, he obviously has humor and stuff like that, but like, I don't know, man. I just hope they don't go down that route, and I don't want to see a whole bunch of rehashes of, Ospreay, Jay White, Danielson, Omega. I'm sure we'll get some of that, but I don't want to see it so much. So hopefully I'm not getting too far ahead of myself, and I hope I'm wrong. But yeah, I just don't want Okada to turn into a goof with the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? Because when I saw the last episode of AEW Dynamite, I'm like, okay, like, I don't want to see that BTE stuff in the ring. That's just me. You know what I mean? That's just me. Because once Okada start coming out, the Young Bucks gear, it's like, all right, man. I know they paying you well, but hey, man, that's enough of me talking. I'm rambling right now. I think Okada's going to win. Eddie Kingston's going to lose the belt. Because why should he retain? Who do you guys think is going to win? Who do you want to win? How do you feel about the whole situation? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. As always, thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all. And, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to your boy. And, we'll see what it's hitting for, man. I think I might do a video on this too, but Kingston is also booked to wrestle Mark Briscoe at Supercard of Honor for the Ring of Honor Championship. I think he's going to drop that. So I think Kingston's probably going to drop all 3 of his belts this year. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. And, what's wrong with dropping it to Okada? I just hope, again, they don't make Okada too goofy. But we'll see what it's hit for, man. And anyway, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to stay tuned to it regardless, all right? Be good. See y'all next time. Peace.